I don't have time for a clever opening. I have a great movie to review here. Birdman is about a washed-up film actor, Regan Thompson, played by Michael Keaton, who was once famous for playing the superhero Birdman in 3 movies. The movie basically follows him as he's trying to set up a play in an attempt to break away from just the guy who played Birdman, in a movie where he has to battle his own ego and any skepticism that anyone has about his ability to break free of the Birdman image. This is one of those small indie movies, much like Boyhood, that it comes out and manages to be a technical advancement while also telling a really good story with many good elements thrown in together. This movie is famous for having it play out as one long shot, like one uncut take. And it would be fine if Alfred Hitchcock didn't already do this in Rope, but we live in 2014, that movie was 1948, so this movie is kind of more impressive because given the fact that we have more advanced technology and we have cameras that are able to film longer than 10 minutes, this makes the movie a lot more impressive and really makes you think, like, when did it cut? When did it, like, really transition to another scene? Whereas in Alfred Hitchcock's Rope, you can easily tell when they run out of film because they zoom in on the backs of a character. But Birdman manages to, because of brilliant editing, seamlessly edit multiple takes as if it's one long continuous take in this small area of New York City. But the technical aspect of Birdman does not distract from the rest of the movie. It's got really great actors, a great cast, including people like Michael Keaton, Ed Norton, Naomi Watts, Emma Stone, and Zach Galifianakis in his best movie in 5 years. Everyone does a great job in this movie, and it's really well written, but the standouts for me are Ed Norton and Michael Keaton, who kind of play characters who are parallels of their own careers. Ed Norton plays this actor who's really full of himself. He can be an asshole at times. When you hear a story of him leaving a movie, you don't know whether he's been fired or he quit. Kind of like how Ed Norton is in real life. I mean, terrific actor, and this is a great performance by him, but there's no denying that Ed Norton, behind the scenes, can be a bit irritating. Michael Keaton is the real standout of the movie. He plays this actor whose career can be very parallel to his time as Batman and when Michael Keaton was at the top of his career, because his character played a superhero called Birdman. Michael Keaton once played Batman, and I'm sure if you ask anybody, like the mainstream people out there, they'll say, oh yeah, it's the first Batman in the first movie. Whereas film people, we know him as Michael Keaton, Beetlejuice. And I kept thinking, was this movie written with Michael Keaton in mind for the lead role? Because this character very much has a parallel career to Michael Keaton. And I've been told that it wasn't. I think it was the director or writer who made that statement. And if this script was not written with Michael Keaton in the mind, then that is one eerie coincidence that his character happens to kind of have the same career peak as Michael Keaton did. I did have some issues with the movie, and they are kind of nitpicks. Naomi Watts is really great in this movie, but there's a point where she just kind of disappears, like almost non-existent. I think it's a little too long. It's not long in the sense of, oh, this is too long, there are boring moments, because I was never bored. It's just more like the movie felt like it could go on forever, and you're like, when is this going to end? And then lastly, the drum score, not too crazy about it. I liked it at first because it gave the film a very unique feel to it, but about 30 minutes later, the drum score had the same tone, didn't change at all. It felt like the drum score was just on a loop through the entire movie, no variety at all, so I was just like, I'm not digging this that much. But other than that, I think Birdman is a fantastic movie. Might stick around for one of my favorite movies of the year. It's well written, well acted, has really great camera work. And I think it's an important movie for actors or anyone who's going into acting who has that feeling, am I going to be forgotten? Or am I really going to do something that means something? And also, I don't think this movie really trashes the superhero genre because it has a little social commentary on the state of superhero movies at the moment. And I really don't think it bashes the genre as much as it does, like, it's kind of like, this is how things are. And if you, like, as an actor were in this role, at least you may be more remembered as the superhero, but at least you aren't forgotten. You could take it whatever you want. I didn't think it was a bashing, but I'm getting too far ahead of myself. I think this movie is definitely great. One of my favorite movies of the year. I suggest you get off your ass and go see it right now, if you can, because apparently it has a limited release. But if you have access to it in your town or manage to see it on VOD or Blu-ray, do it immediately because it's worth it. And that's my review for Birdman. Leave a comment and tell me what you thought of the movie. Subscribe to my channel for more stuff in the future. You can check out my video blog channel, AlexG8462. You can find links to my Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and Instagram accounts on this YouTube page. Go check me out at letterboxd.com under the name Mr. Robinson, as well as my written reviews on Geeked Out Nation. Share me with your friends and tell them about me. This is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one. I'll see you guys later.